Hey guys, nothingwire.com, and today we have the Oppo Find 7. Now Oppo has released the Find 7 and 7A in India last month, and 7 is the more premium one. The USP is the Quad HD display, 2560 by 1440 display. The 7A and the 7 are almost identical in terms of the specs, except the screen really. So the 7A has a full HD screen. So let's check out the box. First, you have a very familiar Oppo box. It's made of very high quality plastic. You'd almost feel like metal. And then some of the cool quick specs and stuff. And then once you open the box, you would see the Find 7. Now Oppo boxes were always exquisite and no different. You see, very nicely crafted. So as far as presentation goes, Oppo takes full marks. So you have some manuals here. Like you see some quick start guides and some other stuff and all. Yeah, and then your 3000 mAh battery here, the earphone that has a silver plated audio jack, and this would go inside your ear canal, so they are more like noise cancelling types. And then you have call control and the mic with no volume control button. Then you have big wall charger. It's a 4.5 ampere wall charger, so 4.5A. Now that's a lot. And then your micro USB 2.0 port on this side, again very nicely webbed wire. You also get some extra earbuds there. So that's about it, all the content of the box. The Oppo Find 7 has a big body. It's mostly made of plastic, very high quality plastic. This back flap almost feels like it's made of ceramic. Very nice white texture. Now the white and the black color, you get two versions. The texture on both of them are different. The white is more subtle, the black is kind of slightly louder. And then in the front you have that very glossy screen. The side you have this nicely curved, although made of plastic, but then you have this silver lining on top, and then between the silver lining you have almost marble accent there. So it has a very nice subtle texture that kind of feels like in the marble, it feels like it's beneath the surface. So very nice, very good feeling overall, although it's slightly bigger for a 5.5 inch screen phone. So you have that 5.5 inch screen, of course, and the main feature is the screen, 2560 by 1440 pixels, that's called Quad HD. And then it comes to about 534 ppi of color density. Of the 5 MP front camera there, and then a notification LED lights and sensors and stuff, your earpiece, and here you would find the shortcut keys, the back, home, and the menu key here. On this side you have the power button, a micro USB 2.0 port, noise cancelling mic, volume rocker, 3.5mm jack. Behind you have the 13 MP autofocus camera that can record at 2K UHD, and then a secondary noise cancelling mic, dual LED flash for better skin tone, color tone, and white balance, Oppo branding, and then your speaker. Now they have a unique way of opening the back flap. Really, you see that little thing here? So there is no hole exactly. You just take any pen or something and just press it slightly, and then it's gonna open the back flap. Once you open the back flap, you'll realize that this guy is very, very thick. Then that's the battery slot. So there goes your 3000 mAh battery, micro SD card slot, and the micro SIM card slots. Now the micro SD card slot to expand the storage. So you already have 32 GB storage here. So spec wise, this guy is the 32 GB 3 GB version, and you also get a 2 GB 16 GB version. So the 32 GB we actually could not find it on Amazon.in or Flipkart.com, neither on Amazon.co.uk. We only found this on Amazon.com for slightly just under $700, and the 16GB version is about $599. So overall looks very, very premium, but I just have a feeling that this plastic kind of looks ceramic. Now it's actually subjective. I would have liked the slightly more metalish feeling here. The Find A truly has a brilliant, crisp and bright display. The Quad HD display is among the best. So right now, I guess in the industry, in case of mobile, I might be wrong, only two devices have a Quad HD display. One is the Find 7 and another is the G3, and it's very hard to differentiate between the two really, but nonetheless very crisp. And even if you go at a microscopic level here, you won't be able to see the pixelation on the icons. It's everything as if they are printed on the glass here, like the colors pop out so much. And then you have a brilliant viewing angle as well. See, you can almost go up to about 75 to 80% before the discoloration of the LCD takes place. Now let's go and check out a color card and see how accurate the colors are. The brilliant color rendition as well. So here we have our actual color card, and that's there you see the uploaded color card from the same manufacturer's site, and they're almost fine. It's just that what we see on the auto brightness level, at least through my video camera here, and also when I directly look at it, I see that it kind of just made the color slightly paler. So it's actually reducing the hue just a bit. So these here are slightly darker than this one. We understand the glossy, just slightly shiny part on this because it's a glossy surface, it's a matte finish, but this and this, if you see, it's actually making it paler. Even you can see the red part is still just about fine, but you can see this and this, there's a huge difference. You can see this is clearly different, and here they are almost similar. So saturation hue is actually lower than expected and not exactly natural. Now we'll look at some other picture just to give you the magnitude of the crisp screen it is. You see, very cool, and the details are intact. When if you go, the color rendition are very good. Yeah. So overall, I would say that the display is top notch when it comes to crispness and brightness. However, the color gamuts, that means the color coverages, is not exactly satisfactory, not exactly top notch. So the Oppo Find 7 is actually Jelly Bean, and then you have the latest color OS on top. So you have very familiar unlock screen, notification bar comes like that. So the color OS is very heavily built into the Android base, and it actually gives slight lag at times when you heavy multitask, or you're returning from a very demanding app to the home screen suddenly, and some of those transactions where generally you're supposed to see lag when so that those kind of situations you slight lag, but then it's not annoying at all. And for moderate to a slightly heavy task every day, this guy is perfect. Now you have those home screen and all. You already seen the color OS on devices like the Oppo N1 and such, Oppo R and all. So you can add all these home pages. They see your quick function toggle bar, and there, and if you drag it from here, you'll see the gesture panels, and then you can straight away go to settings. From here, long press this will take you to recent app menu. You can kill all just by pressing this. Just pressing this would take you to the menu, and then Google Now there. Long pressing on this does not do anything much. Now there's one thing that I absolutely love here is this. See, the rightmost part is not exactly a home screen where you add widgets or such, but it's a camera widget home screen. So this whole home screen is dedicated to this camera widget. Now the cool thing about this is you actually do not have to go to the camera. You just can tap it here, and you see the camera comes here. So you can simply, let's say, click it. It will come here, so it will kind of show you what all pictures you have clicked. So a good thing when you're in such a hurry that you cannot even take your fingers here and switch this on and everything, but for quick things like let's say you want to take a photo of a business card. Now for those, you do not exactly need to go to a full-fledged camera and do all the settings and stuff, so this helps. Now you have this and app menu, so you mostly get the default Google Android apps. Those You can see you also get some games. You also get some Oppo in-house apps like, you know, lock now and backup and restore and file explorers and notes and whatnot. You also get some popular third-party apps like Facebook here, also data monitor or cloud. And one thing that we would have liked to see on this is the O touch here that we've seen on the on the N1. Well, that wasn't exactly perfect, but we kind of liked it. That was a novelty. And also the rotating camera, we wished this guy has a rotating camera, but then of course the strategy might not be such, and you know, you cannot have the same thing on all their models. But I'm just saying, we absolutely love those features on the N1. Find 7 is also a flagship. Now when a rotating camera was such a novelty, was such a hit, probably they could have you know, included it here. And let's go and check out some of the important tools out here. First, let's start with the camera only. So you have that 13 megapixel camera. You can switch between front and back. From there you also have those settings, yeah, and timers and scene modes and video modes and stuff. So it's pretty fast. You can see almost zero lag. Yeah, it also starts the video almost immediately. You can pause it and you can start it again. You can also click stills while recording video and you can stop it here. You see, so Ultra HD mode, because it records Ultra HD videos, HD at 30 frames per second, HDR, and you have beauty mode and some of the other modes. So the image quality under enough light is excellent. It's very detailed even at 100% crop, and even the video quality is the Ultra HD video quality is exquisite. Under low light you see some noise, but I guess that's expected from a phone camera. You see noise still about ISO 800 maybe, and above that, like I start to get annoyed by the noise out there. We'll check out the music output. So you cannot simply drag and forward the music. Now after all, the loudness is proper. It's quite loud, like even in the case of the N1, the speakers are very loud, and even when we kept it on a flat surface, the sound wasn't obstructed much, and the bass is also there, although not exactly you know, I mean, blasting, but then for a phone speaker I guess that's enough, and even the treble is fine. So overall we're impressed by the speaker output here. The earphone output is also similar but slightly more bass heavy. Now we'll go ahead and we'll check out a video and see video sounds. Now the vocal intensive sounds are much better here. You'll see. You see the surround sound, the 3D sound effect, the vocal sounds are much better.
Did you see that? I just was like, my
and so overall we are impressed by the sound output overall. You have the gallery, it arranges everything according to the albums and all pictures and your cloud albums, and you can go to any picture and then you can of course edit them and forward them. See, edit, upload, forward them, and slideshow, all those usual stuff. You have Chrome as a default browser, so I'm not gonna show that to you. You all know Chrome, that's pretty much the same in all the same Android versions. You have this Oppo apps like backup and restore, for example. You know, create new backup, and in setting you can say backup location, phone storage, or SD card. You do not have a cloud storage here, by the way. And then you have lock now, you can privatize your media. Even the keyboard you see is loud enough, but I would have liked a dedicated number row there. And there, see, it becomes much bigger and much more comfortable. We also tried playing some games out here. We tried Fruit Ninja and Nova Tree, and we also tried Real Football, and this guy played them perfectly. The Snapdragon 801 chipset with the 2.5 gigahertz grade 400 quad-core CPU and the Adreno 330 GPU absolutely kills it. The problem was, I don't know if it's a random problem, we could not launch Asphalt 8. It kept crashing and we could not play it. So that could be just a random problem. Maybe the Oppo QEs could test that and find a bug, whatever. So overall, that's the user interface experience. It's very smooth unless you really stress the phone. Now, some good and bad things about the Oppo Find 7. The best thing about Oppo is the display. The Quad HD display is amazing. It also records UHD videos, dual LED flash. You also have 32 GB and 3 GB RAM. Also, the front camera is 5 MP. We also like the color OS, by the way, although it lags at times, but then it's very colorful. Now, some of the bad things about, bad things are again the lag and the battery life. So we got slightly over 14 hours of battery life, which is well decent, but mainly because of that Quad HD resolution and the IPS LCD screen, the battery cannot give you what you would like. So 14 hours is still decent, but then we expected more from such a big screen or such a big battery. Now, I guess the closest competitor to the Oppo Find 7 is definitely the LG G3. They both have almost identical specs. There are a few differences here and there. For example, the G3 has a much smaller footprint. It is much smaller than this one. This one is, the height wise at least, it's much bigger than, or much taller than the G3. Plus the G3 has a 2.1 MP front camera, only this guy has a 5 MP front camera. Apart from that, pretty much everything, all the major specs are similar. However, this guy would be priced about between 35 to 40,000 if I convert the dollar straight away. The G3 is priced at 49,000, so that's quite a difference here. So if you want a Quad HD screen, then you're straight away getting over 10,000 difference here, and this guy is a no slosh. Now, from other phones like M8 or S5 and everything, it's really a matter of choice. See, now Samsung or HTC or Apple, these guys go by brand in India, and India, the brand image matters a lot. Oppo is still a very new brand in India, although the N1 was quite popular, but when it comes to the actual sales figures, the Indians always believe, they always want to play safe. They always listen to their friends and colleagues. They always see what others have, and their Samsung and Apple and these big players, or Nokia, these big Micromax, this big player really take the cake, because you see all those devices around, and you are kind of I don't know how Oppo would be after 6 months. We know it's a damn good brand, but I think after all, Oppo still has some work to do as far as enhancing the brand image. So once they do this, they have some brilliant devices here. Once they do that, I think it would be a lot better situation for Oppo. Thank you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please ask any related questions and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to Nothing More for more such awesome content in future.